Mars, y'all came from Venus. I'm feeling way too hot, high-headed, I got a fever. I came from heaven and made it through hell, now I got ether. Should've believed them, damn, you should've believed them.
She took a dab of that till she had cataracts. Grabbed the rack, she had a MAGA hat. I tapped the back to Adam's app. I told her mag the rack. My dick couldn't even fit half the cap in a Cadillac. Take a dab of wax with a battle axe, not your average cat.
Hey you guys, welcome back to Naughty Love Movement. It's your girl Nikki, bringing you the latest and trending topics, celebrity gossip, and recap on all your favorite reality TV shows. Before we get into today's video, please you guys, I need you to hit that like, to subscribe, and that bell button before we get into today's content. Also leave comments and share my content on your different social media platforms. Also follow us on our social media platforms. We're on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. So today, let's get into it. So, as you all know, they are dropping a new Elvis movie. I think it's premiering either this weekend or next weekend. And when I saw the preview for it, I was like, why do we need another Elvis movie? Like, what do we not know at this point? This man has made billions of dollars even after his death. Like, what else do I need to know about Elvis? That's all that can come to mind, right? And so it's starring Tom Hanks, he's a good actor, and then Austin Butler. All right. And I'm sure the film will be put together well, because Tom Hanks is not just going to choose just any old film to star in. Okay, he's a big ticket item in Hollywood. So, you know, Elvis, he was born in Mississippi, and his parents ended up relocating to Tennessee. So he grew up in the South or whatever. And so a lot of his music was inspired by rhythm and blues. All right. And I always thought to myself, even as a little girl growing up, like, what is the big deal? Like, he's doing nothing different from the James Browns and all the major African-American musicians from that time. But I think he is America's king of rock and roll. So finally, there's this Caucasian boy from the South that can move just like African-American. Okay? He can shake his hips like the best of them. Shimmy, 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 shimmy. Or whatever. So now they finally have a face. An American face ting, to put to the rhythm and soul of America. So my nephew sent me a clip that I thought was interesting, because I thought, like, I wonder what other African-American musicians really think of Elvis. Like, do they honor him as the king of rock and roll, even though a lot of his music was inspired by a lot of theirs, the rhythm and blues? Like, was his style stolen? Drop down into my comments, Naughty Crew.
Copying R&B stuff and selling more records than you and your.
This is Ray Charles.
I just didn't object to it. I just felt that the music it wasn't that good to care about. That sounds terrible, doesn't it? But I mean,
maybe some exceptions, though. I mean, Elvis was a talented guy.
Well, okay.
Not necessarily. You know better than I.
Yeah.
Let me ask it differently. How good was Elvis?
What Elvis did, he called a lot of the populace, if you want to, and usually when people say populace, they usually mean white people, to start listening to a lot of music that normally they wouldn't have been listening to. I guess I'm going to lose at least about a third of my fans right now.
It's true, though.
To say that Elvis was so great and so outstanding, like they say, he's the king. I got in trouble because one guy asked me this question, and I said the king of what, and got mad at me. I don't think of Elvis like that, because I know too many artists that are far greater than Elvis. I think Elvis person came along at the right time, when he was a white kid that could do rock and roll or rhythm and blues or whatever name you want to call it, and the girls could swoon over him. Nat Cole got in trouble in Alabama when the women swooned over him. Got put out of town. And black people been going out shaking their behind for centuries. And what the hell's unusual about that shaking the hips and stuff? And that's all Elvis was doing, was copying that. And he was doing our kind of music. He was doing the Willie Mae Thornton, Jailhouse Rock. That's black music. So what the hell am I supposed to get so excited about, man? But I think all this stuff about saying he's the king and he's the piece of bunk. Sorry. Next question. Don't ask me no more about Elvis because I got in enough trouble as it is.
I think he covered it though.
I think he did too. I think it was well spoken. And I think he was just speaking facts. And these are the discriminations we have to deal with when it comes to the music industry. Like back in the day, they would take like male African-American groups and they'll take their voices and put Caucasian artists on the cover of the album. You see that with the Temptation movie and the Five Heartbeat movie, how they got swindled a lot in the music industry because of them biting our style and taking it and putting their musicians on the cover of our work. So I wanted to bring this story to you guys. Shout out to Y'all Know What for dropping this clip. I left a comment because I thought it is very relevant. It goes back to my question, like, why are we making another movie about Elvis? Elvis has a ton of movies out. Let me know what y'all think about this, Naughty Crew. Drop down into my comments. Please make sure y'all hit that like, subscribe, and that bell button so you could be notified when I update content to my channel, and make sure you follow us on our social media platforms. Until next time, Naughty Crew, I'm out. One.
Real niggas came from Mars, y'all came from Venus. I'm feeling way too hot-headed, I got a fever. I came from heaven and made it through hell, now I got ether. Should've believed them, damn, you should've believed them.
She took a dive